guys. Friday, March 29th, 2019. I'm with the Panooch.
Yeah.
AKA Jimmy Disrespect, AKA Jimmy P. We're planning our trip for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're heading down to... Where are we heading, Jim?
Video Games New York. Manhattan.
We're heading down to Video Games NY. I'm on a hunt for some Neo Geo stuff. What are you looking for, Jim?
Strictly Dreamcast.
So we're heading down there. I'm picking him up. And then we're going to zip down to Manhattan real quick. And we're going to check this place out. I think it's downtown. So we're going to head down there. And hopefully I could score some Neo Geo stuff. And pretty pumped up to check out what Video Games New York is all about. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, we're headed down to Manhattan, 202 East 6th. We're heading down there. I'm on a hunt for some Neo Geo stuff. The Panooch is looking for some Dreamcast stuff. Jimmy P is dumping all his PlayStation 3, everything. He wants it all gone. Everything must go sale. He brought the console. He's got like 30 games, the controllers, everything. So Jimmy P's dumping that. He's going to reinvest directly into his Dreamcast collection. And we'll see what happens.
Shout out to Jesus and the Immortal.
Yep. All right. All right. So we're down here.
We just got 2 cups of coffee.
Drinking a little coffee.
$3 for a small.
$3 for a small. Basically killing a little time till the shop opens. And we'll report back from the shop. Jim, what do you got to report?
I'm excited.
Do you think we're gonna get any good scores today?
If not, we're going to Brooklyn.
Damn right, son. We don't get anything here, we're going right to Brooklyn. All right, we'll report back in a couple minutes. Over. All right, guys. We're walking down the street. We're almost at the spot. It's right up the road. I think it's the place with the yellow awning. Jim, what's your thoughts?
So the Jalo awning.
Getting very close. Hopefully it's open.
Hopefully it's open.
The 15-minute rule could be they could have been there at 9:45 or 10:15.
Only people I know that are rolling up to the video game shop as soon as it opens. All right, guys, we made it here. Video Games New York. Boom. Gonna check it out.
The merchandise is in the car.
Merchandise is in the car. I'm not gonna walk in with the camera because that's kind of sketchy. We'll feel it out first. Jimmy P, pretty excited. There I am. Let's go in. All right, guys, I think we found a Neo Geo section here.
Selling power, I guess, compared to other Nintendo games. I think it'll sell better than Wolfenstein.
See what we got.
But I do question it because when that direct was going on, I noticed a lot of people weren't really feeling Fire Emblem section as much as I thought they would. A lot of
We
people
got Neo Geo
this
CD.
is boring. I think there's obviously a core audience, and that's, I think, will be the best selling Fire Emblem game.
That riding hero might be coming home with me.
I think it's gonna be like
For the collection.
like a Mario Kart, obviously, a Breath of the Wild, a Splatoon 2, a
Just
Mario
giving a
Party.
good once-over on this,
So,
guys.
that's going to be an interesting thing to see there most of the sales of that. I think Wolfenstein will be fine on...
Got a cool PVM up there.
I think probably the best on, if I had to take a guess,
With the Omega.
but this
King of
is
Fighters
really great on
95.
Switch with Panic Button and
There's the
Sounds,
Mini.
pretty cool one. Of course, confidence with Panic Button. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a Switch Pro by then, so maybe it'll run better.
I guess that's it for Neo Geo stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna look this over a little more in depth, guys. So stay tuned. Alright, guys. Just got out of Video Games New York. I didn't want to film too much in there because I think it's kind of disrespectful to walk around with a camera. Picked up a couple games. Jim picked up a couple games. What do you think, Jim? Did we do it right?
It was a score. It was a score.
All right, we did okay. The pricing was fair. I thought the pricing was pretty fair. I mean, it wasn't...
The trading value was awful.
I'll forget. All right, so Jim did not end up unloading anything. He still has PS3. He's still a PS3 owner. So we didn't trade anything in. I just want to show you guys what we did pick up. Jim, you want to show what you got first?
Yeah. Going by the written report, Daytona is the best car racing game, but by John Hancock, this is the best racing game. A hidden gem.
We got a hidden gem here.
They had a copy of it.
So this is Dreamcast. This is This is Demolition Racer, which is considered a hidden gem. And Jim scored this for a pretty good price.
And then I also got it, since we're in the soccer spirit, I got it.
We were in the soccer spirit.
They had a soccer game.
They had a soccer game.
I don't have a soccer game in my collection now. I do.
Scalera's killing me.
And they don't have it. Sega Sports.
So this is Striker Pro 2000.
Sega Sports never made soccer, so this is they had a copy of this, so I got us a soccer game.
Striker Pro 2000.
And I passed on Seaman, but it is what it is.
The Dreamcast game Seaman.
Yeah, this will not get confused here.
We don't want to get confused here. So Jim passed on that, which I think it was the right call. I mean, it was a good price.
We're going to Brooklyn. We could do it in Brooklyn.
We're going to Brooklyn next. We are going to Brooklyn Video Games. So that's the only two you got?
That's it.
Okay, so Jim picked up 2 games. Let me talk a little bit about my Neo Geo experience. They didn't have a ton of Neo Geo games, and a lot of them were duplicates, you know, same games over and over. They had a bunch of King of Fighters, but like none of the good ones. Like I don't even think they had 98. So they had a bunch of King of Fighters mainly, but I did find 2. I found 2 games, and then I couldn't leave without picking up one more. So I got 3 games. So I'm just gonna go through them with you guys real quick. The first game I picked up, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm into collecting like the original MVS releases, like some of the early Neo Geo games. So this one is essential for the collection. We got, I don't know if this is coming in, we got League Bowling. All right, this is one of those link system games where you could hook up a headphone, male-to-male headphone connector, and link multiple systems together if you wanted to. And this is definitely an early release for the Neo Geo. I had them tested. I made sure it worked before I left. So scored League Bowling. I'm happy to have that in my collection. That was pretty cool. My second pickup that I got, which is kind of in a funky case, but I'm not sure if this is an original case, but whatever, the chips are good. Kabuki Clash. Pretty cool. Got a pretty good price on it. So Kabuki Clash we got for the MVS. So that's pick number 2. At this point, I was pretty much ready to wrap it up and leave. We were there probably what? Almost an hour, right? No?
Yeah.
About an hour. We were about ready to leave, and we walked back to the case one more time because I wanted to test the games before I left.
On site.
So I said to him, I said, hey, listen, you know, I want to test these before we leave. Do you mind? So he said, yeah, no problem. So he had an Omega, you know, a consoleized MVS plugged in. So we went back to the case. He plugged in the 2 cartridges, made sure they worked. Kabuki Clash did not want to boot the first time. He had to hit it with the 1-up card, but then it came on. But when he had the case open, I saw the first game I was looking at that I hesitated, then I put down, and I was like, I'm not going to get it.
Gravitated.
But since I was back in the case, I was like, you know what? It's now or never. And that game is Riding Hero.
Not tested.
Not
tested by him.
They claim it's tested. They didn't have an AES hooked up, so this is Riding Hero.
We'll get back
for
to
the
you.
AES. This is another early Neo Geo release. This one also has the link capability. I don't know if you could see it right there. So that's like 2 out of 3 link system games, I believe. Now, the reason I was hesitant to get this is because, you know, it's no secret I'm relatively new collecting for AES. I've only been collecting maybe 7-8 months at this point, and I have a very, very small collection, you know, maybe about 15 games. But every game I've had so far has been complete in the box with the manual. So I was hesitant to get a game without the case and without the manual because I know chances are you're never going to find those things for sale by themselves. So I did buy the loose cart. I couldn't walk away from it. I think the label's awesome. I know it's not really coming in clear, but it's like a really metallic, shiny silver. So I thought it was pretty cool. 46 mega. I love it. So those are my 3 pickups from Video Games New York. Overall, the store is awesome. They have a ton of stuff. I'm sorry I didn't film more. I mean, they have a selection like you won't believe. So I recommend it. Very good stuff. Worth the trip, right? Definitely.
GameStop, blast from the past.
Yeah. The only thing that they weren't good about was trade-ins. Like we said earlier, they wanted to literally give poor Jim pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
Pennies on the dollar. What did he say he would give you for one game?
50 cents.
50 cents for a PS3
But
game.
that's what's happening in New York, Manhattan. Video games 1003 6th Street, Manhattan.
You heard it from Jim.
Now we're going to Brooklyn.
We're going to BK. We're going to try out over there. We're heading to...
wallet's kind of light now.
Yep. The wallets are getting light. So we dropped some cash. We definitely dropped some cash. So we got 3... I got 3 scores.
We just paid his rent this month.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but... We did pretty good. We did pretty good. So me and the Panuch, we're heading to Brooklyn, baby. This is just a video game roundup today.
Signing out.
We'll put this in the back. Over and out.
See you in the BK.
We'll see you in Brooklyn. Peace. All right, guys. So here we are. Let's spin it around. Brooklyn Video Games, right up there. So we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna see what they got to offer. Here we go. Going in. Cool shop. Jimmy P's unloading everything.
I hope I have the extension for the controller.
14 video games. Very sweet. 2 Neo Geos in here. Sick. Fight sticks.
What's going on? Brooklyn, New York.
All right, guys. We just got out of Brooklyn Video Games, and we have mixed results. Some things went okay. Some things not so okay. First off, I'd like to thank the staff at Brooklyn Games.
Very patient.
Very patient with certain people. So Jimmy, his plan was to unload his PS3 and all his games traded in for some Dreamcast stuff. And immediately we had problems. His controller didn't function. They wouldn't purchase the console without a working controller. Thankfully, he brought a second controller that worked, so they accepted that. But the downside of this whole thing was he came with a stack of games, and 3/4 of them, they were like, nope, we don't want them. So it was kind of about, we're going home. Jim's going home with no PlayStation, but with a stack of PlayStation games that now he has to try to unload on GameStop. So why don't you show what you did get, Jim?
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, here's what he got.
At the end of the day, I spent only.
You don't have to tell the people what you spent, but why don't you just show?
I only spent like 5% of what with the credit I got. So I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters Throwback. The first one I got the second one first back in New Jersey back in the fall, end of the summer.
So this is a dime a dozen game, nothing special, but he
I like
needed it.
for the soundtrack.
Needed it for his collection. What else you got?
I got this game is one of the famous RPGs on Dreamcast. No Case.
What's it called? Grandia?
Grandia, yeah.
Grandia 2?
They only made one for Dreamcast.
Okay. So this is like an RPG, I guess?
It's one of the favorables on and hidden gems on Dreamcast.
Okay. So this is a little hidden gem.
And this is one of the best shooter games on Dreamcast.
What's this called?
Expendable.
Expendable. I don't even know what it is.
It's a 2-player game. It's supposed to be a very good 2-player game.
Over 20 levels of adrenaline-filled action combat, cutting-edge 3D graphics engine. All right, so Expendable, Dreamcast. Good job.
Yeah.
So Jimmy P scores of the day. Now I went in there and I found a good one. I found a good one that I've wanted from my collection for a while, and I ended up trading in a Game Boy Micro Famicom edition with the charger. We made a deal, so it was like cash and trade put together.
Things went smoothly there.
Things went okay for me. No problems with me. And my final score for the day. I just got one game.
Opened it up and everything in there.
We opened it up. I made them test it. I made them test all the games. Cleaned it, and this is a big one for me. Not a big one, but I mean this one I've been looking for a while. Windjammers. Oh yeah. So you guys know about Windjammers for the MVS. I've been meaning to get this in my collection for a while, and I got a very good, very reasonable deal. And I'm very happy, and that's my final score for the day. Brooklyn Video Games, cool spot down here in Brooklyn on 20th Avenue, and very small store compared to the other one.
Oh yeah,
much smaller. Does not, even though they promote a lot of Neo Geo, they got 2 big red cabinets in there, and they have tournaments. They were telling me, which is awesome. But surprisingly, not much of a selection of Neo Geo games for sale anyway. They have some that are just for the shop that they put in their cabinets. I would say they had, maybe 10 games for sale? And most of them were...
King of Fighters, again.
Yeah, it was a bunch of King of Fighters. And,
Samurai
Samurai Showdown 1.
You bought the most expensive one they had.
I guess out of the limited selection they have, I probably would tend to agree with that. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this little Neo Geo video game hunt excursion that we took today through the boroughs of New York.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Well worth it. Two stores. So big shout out to Video Games New York and Brooklyn Video Games.
Lunch, here we come. Lunch break.
It's time to stop for lunch somewhere, and then we're heading back.
The White Plains, baby.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. All right, guys. So
we're in Portchester.
We now have made it up to Westchester County. We're in Portchester, New York.
Scratch Greenberg.
We gotta dump the games. See, Jim got rid of his system down in Brooklyn, but he was stuck with a truckload of games they wouldn't accept. So we're gonna dump the rest of them at GameStop, so it's a clean break and it's over and done with. Why don't you show the people the games, Jim?
I got a bag of games.
This dude has a bag of games they wouldn't take. Can you believe this?
25 games in here.
All right, pull the games out. Let's show the people what we're unloading here.
Here's a taste of the games.
Oh my gosh, see if we can show this to the camera. I don't know. This will come out. Got some good games here.
I got some good
Mortal
games.
Kombat.
Some neutral games, some
Madden.
good games, some okay games. They took
Soul Calibur 5. They wouldn't take Soul Calibur 5. Can you believe this?
they say it was maybe scratched up, but they took the best games from me in
They
the
took
city.
the best games. They took his system and they sent him home with a stack. He literally was like, "Listen, guys, give me $5 and you can have the whole thing." And they were like, "No, we can't." We're like, "You got to be kidding me! For $5, you won't take a stack of games?" So, long and short, couldn't send the man home with PS3 games if he's got no PS3. So
It's depressing.
we're at GameStop. We're gonna cash in.
And they were getting lunch.
And then we're getting lunch because it's been a long day. So
We're taking the earnings again, and we're going right to the drive-thru.
we're going right to the drive-thru. So just figured I'd let you guys know we're headed to GameStop. When all else fails. All right, Jim, how'd you make out?
I made out a little shy than I wanted to. A little shy, but the girl in there was cute for a little bit, you know.
Did you get rid of all the games?
No, I got rid of, I would say, 85% of what I had. So all total, I got rid of 90% of what I had.
So not bad.
Not bad. So the rest is going in the garbage.
Literally.
Literally the garbage.
All right, guys. And that's it for today's adventures. You heard it first. Jimmy P, he's literally going to toss some games, which is a shame. Thanks for watching. Over.